is Joe Hasselvander from Raven, Hounds of Hasselvander. You're listening to, oh my God, I don't know.
Go on, try. It's
Maximum Threshold?
That's it.
Okay, can I do that again?
You sure can.
Automatic defense procedures initiated.
What we've got here is
maximum voltage, maximum power, maximum carnage. This is Maximum Threshold. Call the show at
440-709-4977.
Maximum Threshold. And here's your hosts, Dom.
He's unstable, but possibly worse.
He's actually quite smart. He just makes errors of judgment along the way.
Testing.
Going on out there, good people. Yeah, we're back for another fine edition this week of the Maximum Threshold Radio Show. Whoa. Had a long ass day today, let me tell you. Hold on, let me adjust my pants. So today, let's see, today I went to Wizard World Con, or convention, whatever you want to call it. And we've been doing that for the last few years. And you think I'd go there and I'd try to hook up with some of these the actors that are doing the signings and all that. Hell no. Why would I do that? They ain't going to talk to you anyways unless you got money. So let's just say I didn't talk to them because they weren't doing any press like that, so hell with them. I talked to people who wanted to talk to us. So today, I interviewed a couple authors, real short, because they're hustling their books and stuff, and meeting babies and shaking moms and stuff. And so, I got a couple here. They're pretty cool. They sound about the same. I mean, with content wise. But it was nice to talk to somebody who had some brains and just shoot the shit with them for a couple minutes. So I had let's see who do we have? I know we have Matthew Wolf and we have Willow Shire. I have 2 interviews tonight, pre-recorded. Like I said, I got them today at Wizard World Con. Ran into some peeps out there, Cleveland Rocks magazine people, as well as Domain Cleveland. I don't know if Bill got any interviews with anybody, but I know he got a promo ID from this guy. Where's it at? I got it first. I beat him. Listen to this.
You are listening to Maximum Threshold Bagunga Dangainga. That's Maximum Threshold Radio. And yes, I spoke Swahili. I'm Kato Kalin. Another one. Hey everybody, it's me, Kato Kalin. Oh my gosh, Maximum Threshold Radio. You're on fire. Keep listening.
That's right. I got it. Talk to him. We were talking to him for years. Good dude, man. Good guy. We were going to do an interview, but we couldn't pull it off. He said he still has a year left on his contract to do any type of recorded interviews or anything like that. So, yeah, he said that's what CBS told him. So who knows? But yeah, he's a cool guy. He always takes time out for us, and he's a cool guy. Yep. I know Michael hooked up with him was a couple years ago as well, and said the same thing. Yep. I think, did he get a promo ID with him or not? I don't remember. But if not, man, I think that's a first. Let's see. So like I said, what we got going on tonight is just a couple interviews. I may be able to get somebody else on in a little bit before we do a live call-in. We'll see. I'll shoot a text out in a little bit. I'm not gonna shoot the load right off the bat right now. We're just gonna roll with this for a little bit, play you some tunes, and then if you're listening to us live, you get to hear all this cool stuff that we're playing. But if you're listening to the podcast, you're only going to get to hear, some choice songs, that we're authorized to record for you guys. Like we started off the show with Spirits of Fire, and that is, of course, with Tim Ripper Owens and Chris Caffrey. Yeah, they sent me over the music so I could play it. So yeah, so we're authorized. Yeah, that's how that rolls. But there's some bands, like I talked to you guys probably about a year ago, that you probably will never hear on this station again, just because they're out looking to sue people playing their music. One band in particular is called Anthrax. So you probably never hear them on this show again. It's because of that. I mean, I'm not saying they're not cool guys and all that, and they take time out for us, and help us out. But when it comes to the legal parts, it's a little different. So, but other than that, what can you say? This is episode 551 of the Maximum Threshold Radio Show. We're live to you tonight in Tampa, Florida. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in this week. It's always an honor to be here, to sit here in the studio and just gab for a little bit, clear my mind, let you know what I know what's going on, and play some cool tunes for you. And also, these interviews, man, are pretty damn good. Now, who else is going to be getting interviews like this that we get? And if you're just one of your first times or second time you're tuning in listening to us, we are a hard rock, metal, comedy kind of show. Cover anything. Anything that's entertaining, we will cover the event or talk about it here on the show. And then, we always field calls from people. You can call in the show direct at 440-709-4977. Once again, that call-in number is 440-709-4977. Like I said, you could call in anytime, or you could call and leave a message, and we'll play it here on a show. And if you're subscribing on one of our network stations, one of our places where you can get our music at, like at Apple Podcast or Google, whatever the hell they call that now, Google Play, who knows, podcast, whatever the hell it's called. You subscribe to us on there. Leave us a review, man. We'll read it on here, whether it's good or bad. And and if you do give us a good review, and I read it on the air, hopefully you listen to it. And what I'll do is we'll send you over a prize package. Okay? So we need to get some more of those comments on there. Recommending us to others, because the more that we get on here, like on iTunes and everything else, it kind of, there's an algorithm that's set up that the more listens or more comments you get on it, the more in rotation it gets and it's put out there on their own feeds. And that's what you want to do. You want to get these bands that we're playing on here that people aren't familiar with, a larger audience. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I know one of the things I want to touch on tonight before I get into all this is just a little review of the movie Lords of Chaos, starring Rory Culkin and also Val Kilmer's son, played Dead in there. And I'm going to make it real short. It was really cool to see, where this is taken off at and how it refers to the book and back and forth and just part of the book. And that's set up to be like in Norwegia, in almost said Norfolk, in Norway. And you had Rory Culkin playing Euronymous. And he was a guy who was supposedly starting off black metal in Norway as you know it. And, he rounds up a group of guys and he starts off the new thought pattern of what black metal is about and telling people to go out there and just, kill yourself and blah, 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 and do all this bad shit, because that's what black metal should be all about. And so he recruited some guys, and they were around and spouted that. And eventually they went out and started killing people and burning churches, a shitload of churches. And Euronymous wanted to back out of it because he was like, man, this shit's crazy. And basically he was like, this was just all a bunch of talk. He was just trying to set someone up. And then Varg, who was in the band, took it way too serious and just said, fuck you, man. And he went after him, and he, at the end, killed him. So, and Varg did time and stuff in prison over there. But that's a story in a nutshell. But they played some good music, and they showed a lot of Venom. on there. T-shirts everywhere. They played some Accept. I can remember Metallica's in it. Man, it was a pretty good soundtrack. I enjoyed it. And the one thing that I didn't really care for that would have made the movie so much better was almost every character that played in this movie spoke really good English, like American English. They didn't have an accent. You would think if they were living in Norway or they were coming from Budapest that they would have an accent. No. There was one guy who had a little bit of accent. It was, I don't even think it was like a Norwegian accent. I think it was more like an English accent to be truthful. But it was pretty good. I think Rory was right on target on this. Did a great job, and man, he rocked it. He took Euronymous to a different level and did a good job with him, man. And from what I hear, he did a shitload of researching on black metal and everything that came around that time. So, if you get a chance to check out the movie Lords of Chaos, do it. It's on Amazon. It's all over the place on Vudu and wherever you boost your movies from. Go check it out, Lords of Chaos. It's pretty good, and like I said, you'll love the soundtrack. And if you grew up during those days, and you just start seeing shit that reminds you of it, that era back then, it's pretty cool. Even if you weren't never into black metal, like I said, it's just cool to see a metal movie, and that's what we need. We need more metal stuff out there. Just keep the word going, because you never know what will happen if it starts spreading, and then we may have a huge insurgence, and then we get rid of the country music. We definitely try to get rid of pop music and need to bring metal back. That's where it needs to be. Horns up, fists in the air, baby. Okay, well, what we'll do now, we'll take a little breaky poo, knock out some of these little commercial thingies. We'll come back and we'll start with interviews, and then we'll see where it takes us from there. So, like I said, thank you for tuning in this week's edition of the Maximum Threshold Radio Show. We're live tonight in Tampa, Florida. So, yeah. And we're also live in the town where you're at, too. In fact, we're only 2 houses down. We could see you.
Missed the live show? Go to StitcherRadio.com and search Maximum Threshold and listen in today. That's Maximum Threshold and Stitcher Radio, a match made in heaven. Have a smartphone, iPod, iPad, or even Roku? Grab the app, tune in, and search Maximum Threshold and hear the show live directly from your device.
Call into the show. West Coast callers call 213-973-7237. Once again, 213-973-7237. East Coast callers 440-709-4977. Once again, 440-709-4977.
This is the Hellion, and you are listening to Maximum Threshold on the net, where Dom just sacrificed a live goat in the name of metal!
Hey, this is Johnny Kelly from Seven's Void, and you're listening to Maximum Threshold.
You want to follow Maximum Threshold Radio, you can do so. You can find us at MaximumThreshold.net, Facebook, Facebook.com/Maximum Threshold Radio, Twitter @Max Threshold. You can also get us on YouTube at YouTube.com/Maximum Threshold. Pretty damn simple, huh? Check us out. Follow us. Be part of us.
treacherous pie? Oh, well, who wants to live forever?
This is Jill Janice, a huntress, and I gotta tell you, when I'm on the road, there's only one thing I'll pee into, and that's a funnel. It's called the Go Girl. I hope you have a minute to go check it out.
Hey guys, this is Ron from YouTube's Rock and Metal News, and this is your Maximum Threshold Rock and Metal News Report. 9 Inch Nails have collaborated with comic and movie giant Marvel as they've put out a limited edition 9 Inch Nails shirt to coincide with the premiere of the new Marvel movie Captain Marvel. Pre-orders are now up, and you can check out the movie, which is now out as well. You can now listen to some teasers of the new Dub Trio. Their upcoming album is titled The Shape of Dub to Come, and you can check out the teaser on their Twitter page. They have a new song titled Fought the Line that has a guest appearance from Mastodon's vocalist and bassist Troy Sanders. So make sure you check this album out. It looks like it's going to be a good one. And Alice in Chains released the first 2 videos of their series of their new film titled Black Antenna on YouTube. The film was brought about due to the filming of music videos for their newest album, Rainier Fog, so you can check that out. And continuing with your MaximumThreshold.net rock and metal news, Iron Savior released a music video for their new song titled Stand Up and Fight on YouTube. It's off their newest album, Kill or Get Killed, which is now out. And Children of Bodom released a new music video for their song Hecate's Nightmare on YouTube. It's off their new album Hexed, out now through Nuclear Blast, so you can check that out. And finally, looks like Foreigner's former vocalist Lou Gramm has some new solo material he hopes to release. Lou stated, I'm working on some things now that were extra songs on my solo albums. If there's 10 songs on the album, you usually record 13 and pick the best 10 or the 10 that are finished. So the other 3 have been sitting around for 25 or 30 years, and I went back recently and listened to them, and they sounded so good that I finished them. So Lou hopes to have something out in 2019 if all goes well, so stay tuned. This is Ron from YouTube's Rock and Metal News with the Z, and this has been your Maximum Threshold Rock and Metal News Report. Thanks for tuning in.
Marzi, Montazeri, Heaviest Texas, my favorite station of all, Maximum Threshold.
Awesome, brother. Thank you, man.
Be the one caught in a lie. Be the one lost inside. Be the one living to die. Save me. Ever since youth, I've been running in and out. Now I'm the one that's yelling what it's all about. First step was 1 and 2. What am I to do? You know I'm living. It'll break you. Never before have I thought, could it be like
Listening to the show is like waking up the next morning and finding a big fat chick next to you. Wait, what the hell happened? Yeah. There you go, man. You just got done hearing Heaviest Texas with To Keep a Promise. Kyle, Tom singing on there too from Exorder, man. That's some good shit there. I'm looking forward to getting the full release of that. I don't have it. I just have that track. So I'm gonna hit Marzi up. Cause man, that's get some good shit in there. It's exciting. I like hearing new stuff that I know that's good stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, when I find something that's good, I like to bring it out here and pass it on to you guys as well. Hey, why hold it in? You know, gotta share, man. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Okay, man. Like I said, we're gonna knock out one of these interviews. Let's see. Might as well do the Willow Shire one. That one's kind of short. We can come back and hey, if you hear music in the background, that's me playing. That's my song there, Angels of Movement, on my I don't even know if you want to call it a solo thing or whatever the hell it is. I guess you can. But that's just me just throwing down some souling. Yeah, so I'll be back after this, man. Check out this interview. We'll come back and see what's going on, man. This is Dominic of Maximum Threshold Radio, and I have before me
Willow Shire.
And what do you do, Will?
I write books, urban fantasy books.
Nice. What are some of the books that you've written? What are they?
I've written Fury and Revenge. It's an urban fantasy series about a guy named Hunter. And in the first book, it starts off with him coming back from a botched theft overseas and finding out that his partner takes on a job with a leprechaun. And in the process, they find out that there's this fiery unicorn that's going around destroying town, and they have to kind of track it and figure out what it's doing.
Nice. How long does it take you to write a book like this?
These books, it depends. Fury took probably, I think I wrote it within a month, but of course, editing, publishing, and all that takes a lot longer. It's usually 2 to 3 months before I can publish.
Do you do this as a self-publishing, or can some publisher doing it for you?
Self-publishing.
Nice. How can people get a hold of your books?
On my website, willowshire.com, Amazon.com, any of the main book retailers.
Your writing styles, who can it be compared to?
I actually don't know. What I've been told in reviews is that my writing is very creative and unique. I've had people compare it to many different things, from Harry Potter to Lord of the Rings, but it actually isn't any of those things. So the writing style, it's very different and hard to place to another author.
Is it like an easy reading, or is it you get more descriptive in your writing?
Very easy reading. That's actually one of the comments people have enjoyed, is that it's an easy, fast read, fast-paced, action, adventure, mystery, with the fantasy creatures. Very enjoyable read.
What are your other platforms that you have your books at?
Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble. I sell them at the conventions, paperbacks and ebooks. Then on my website. And those are the two big ones. There's other also like Kobo, Scribd, some of those other more. Some of them are international platforms and that sort of thing.
Do you make your rounds to all the little cons like this?
This is actually my first one.
Was it?
I started publishing in November. And so we started this convention, and then we have several throughout the year. We'll be at Wizard World in Columbus, and we're thinking of taking on some more Wizard Worlds too.
Nice. How much does it take, a cost to put a book together?
It varies per book. I mean, you have to figure you have your time writing it, which you're not really getting paid for until later. Book covers can be anywhere from $300-400 and up. Then you have editing, marketing costs. It's really a wide range, and it depends on what you're selling and how hard you're pushing marketing and that sort of thing.
You do all the editing yourself?
Yes.
Oh, but you say
the editing. I actually I do my own editing and try to polish it up as much as I can, and then I have friends that help me out and that sort of thing that are English degree friends and that kind of
Gotcha. Do you have any advanced degrees or anything like that, or just right out of school? This popped in your head an idea to do this?
I've actually been a freelance web developer for 10 years, and I needed a creative change. And this was, or my degree is in computer science and mathematics.
Okay.
So a very different degree, but it came time that I was like, I need something more creative and more control over, and try to get away from like the computer science, the support issues of the internet and that sort of thing.
Who are some of your influences in writing this type of styles?
Influences, I'd say a lot of fantasy authors, Terry Brooks, Jim Butcher, J.K. Rowling, all of the big fantasy authors. I really enjoy their books. But again, my writing style, I thought it was unique, and then as people have read it, they've told me the same thing. Like, it's very unique and creative, and every time I ask, they're like, I can't really tell you what it's like. So it's different. That's what I can say. It's different.
Just one more thing. How can people get a hold of your books again?
Willowshire.com. WILLOSHIRE.com.
Is that your personal website?
Yep.
Nice. Can you do us a quick favor for a radio show?
Sure.
Can you do a promo ID for a radio show? Just say your name, your book that you put out, and you're listening to Maximum Threshold, and throw something crazy out at the end of it and don't put no thought into it.
You put me on the spot.
That's the job.
I go blank. So it was Maximum
Threshold Radio.
Maximum Threshold Radio. So just like promo code MAX. And I have no idea what to say. I'm just completely blank.
Just say your name, your book that you just put out, and then you're listening to Maximum Threshold.
Oh, okay.
And then just think of it as if you're listening to the radio station and you hear when those promos come on.
Yeah, okay. I thought you were saying like, okay. Willowshire, listening to Maximum Threshold Radio, and my book is Fury.
Nice. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
There you go, man. Willowshire. Check out his book and enjoy it. Now I got a special call that I'm doing right now. We played his music a little earlier, and hopefully this works. Okay, turn off the middle. Okay, let's go. What's it waiting for? There we go. It's ringing.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
It sounds.
How are you?
Oh, pretty good, man. This sounds so clear on here.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, I better not cut no cheese.
I probably could smell it from here then.
That's one of my favorite things to say over to my friends over the phone. It's like, you smell that, man?
Oh, gotta get you in the loop with Michael, because he likes to send all the time. So he'll go to like real fancy restaurants, and he'll go to the bathrooms, and he records his dumps. And so he'll send it over to us. You'll hear like Chariots of Fire in the background playing, and you just hear him just dropping a massive load.
Chariots of Fire. That couldn't have been a better fucking background music. Chariots of Fire. That's awesome.
So everybody who's tuning in, you're listening. I got Marzi Montazeri on the show. What's going on, man?
Man, I was saying, I was just about to get ready to go to the studio.
Mm-hmm.
I've been back and forth to Louisiana, and got this heaviest Texas thing kicking, and I've been so I just got back from Lafayette last night.
Oh, sweet.
Slept most of the day. I say most of the day. I'm kind of fatigued because there's like a bombardment of emails, and just like a lot. I got to do a lot of stuff that has nothing to do with guitar playing.
Oh, are you making movies now?
I'm going to be in a movie next year. It's a biker movie. But besides that, I don't have anything solidified. No.
Mm-hmm. I could see you in a biker movie, man.
Doing my acting bit a little bit. I'm going to act a little bit in Heaviest Texas's third video.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, that's about it. I'm going to grab whatever I can, and then we'll see what happens. I like anything that has to do with art and music, man.
Yeah.
I grew up. My parents were big movie buffs. You know, I've always liked acting. I've never was in theater or nothing like that, but I've always been like just weird shit, man. Like I've been on Wife Swap, but I wasn't like a guy who was swapping wives. I was like a guitar teacher. And there wasn't so much in. So I've been on television before, but I've been myself,
Yeah.
Dave Hill did that bit with Metal Grasshopper, and I was the metal dude in this town. That was pretty cool. A couple of episodes of that. And I'm a terrible fucking actor. But, I just have a particular look that's capitalized on, I think, more. No, I give it all what I got, man. All I got,
Yeah.
Hopefully, see what happens.
I'm
totally full throttle currently. As this, I mean, when you first start the engine before you even rev it up, and you're about to go on a race.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel about Heaviest Texas with the Guitar World premiere. I feel as though the engines have been ignited, and now we're next step is to put. Get up to the line and push the gas pedal down, man.
I hear you.
April 5th, 19th is the release. We're going to tour it. We got 2 more videos coming out. We just premiered one video for our first single, which is called To Keep a Promise. Yeah, man. So that's taken up all my time. But, it's been kind of like on the back, I'm doing the Michael Sweet record.
Oh, are you?
And Michael Sweet's got, the world's greatest guitar players, man, featured. Like he's picked out, he's picked out some scary monsters. And I'm scared to be on it, to be honest with you, man. But I'm gonna do my best because Michael Sweet his last name truly fits him.
Oh yeah, he's a great guy.
He sure is, man. He's extremely talented. He shreds on the guitar. He's got insane pipes, and he writes great songs, and he's a great performer. Man, he literally is a full package. And again, to top it off, the cherry on top is that he is an incredibly sweet individual.
Oh yeah,
and he deserves everything he gets, man. Good, because he's got a lot of good karma coming his way. And the Mighty Exhorter's third record's online, and I'm about to go in there. And do my studio on that too. So there's a lot of tasks, man. A lot ahead. Playing live and stuff like that is my favorite thing to do. But right now, just promoting something that I did for 2 years, which is Heaviest Texas, and at the same time, I'm in the mode of being. I got no choice. Extremely creative. Because I'm about to just go into the studio and put something down that, I'm going to have to abandon, and it's going to be there forever.
Yeah.
So, I know me, man. I care about things so much that I'm not just going to walk in and walk out. I'm going to tend to it the way it should be tended to. So that takes a long time, man.
Oh, yeah.
And something that I don't have recently, unfortunately.
I got a question for you. In the video, To Keep a Promise, all those Randalls in there, are they yours and are they real?
They're absolutely, every single one of them is real. They're all mine. I have more, but they're all mine. I've never ever messed with dummies before. So it was, the guys helped out, and we were 10 cabinets total.
Wow. Now, why do you need that many? I want to hear this.
Well, so initially, it's not the why do I need it. It's initially Randall had given me a Thrasher stack, and then they gave me 4 stacks to go and play live with because of the way our stage was set up. And so I ended up with 5 stacks. 6 heads total.
Damn.
I got 5 Thrasher heads and 120 watts, and I got 1 50-watt Thrasher head.
So you're literally bringing the wall of pain with you when you plug them in.
Yeah, and live, I honestly haven't never done that. I've only, I think the most I've ever done is I've used 2 stacks on my side, and I always put a stack on the bass player's side. So because generally you never hear the guitar on that other side.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
the bass really travels well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that I'm like killing the bass player, but I'm just kind of like balancing out the kind of like stage volume, so the people that are inside, the front few rows, kind of get a good balance prior to catching the PA, and then the PA takes over.
Yeah. And a lot of times you just get a crappy sound from the board anyways when you're up there and your wedges ain't working or something. You just got to wing through it.
Yeah. That's just, which we're like having played with Exhorter on the road and having to play with like whatever is at your, disposal. That kind of is like the script too.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what the hell you're about to play with. You don't have time to sound check. You get on stage, there's like, art machine.
Yeah.
And you play with the intricate fucking metal with a fart machine.
I hear you. Marzi, just a couple more things. We'll let you get going because I know you got stuff going on over there. So when again is the new Heaviest Texas coming out?
April 19th.
Nice. And where can people pick it up at? Just regular places they usually get them?
Generally, all whatever digital outlets there are out there, but you're going to get it from heaviesttexas.com, and then the label it's on, which is Crunchy Western Records. It will be available then. I got news about it, but I just can't say.
Yeah.
Like truly, but because it doesn't come out till the 19th, but you can get CDs and you can get albums, and then it will be available digitally.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna in a sense, not to elaborate too much, I'm going to give back. We're a brand new band coming up, so nobody even knows us.
Mm-hmm.
But right off the bat, I'm just going to give back, in which in my eye is going to be to the listener. I don't give a shit about trolls or haters and anything like that. But the people that love music, and because we're taking our time and putting a lot of love behind what we're doing, so we really didn't give a fuck what anybody really says about anything, man. Like the style or this. They're gonna pigeonhole my ass, man. I'm gonna do what I want to do.
That's right.
And Kyle did what he wants to do musically, and I think that way we're actually fair to our audience because we put our blood and tears and everything into it, and we did not take any shortcuts. By the way, I'm doing it in this record, and when we made a good sounding record, and we did it independently through an independent label, not a big label. It started, Crunchy Western Records, brand new label. So people can get it through there, and please get it and share it with all your friends.
Sounds good.
April 19th.
Okay, Marzi. Hey, man, I want to thank you again for popping on here, and we're just shooting the shit and getting everybody caught up with Heaviest Texas and whatever you got going on there.
Man, I totally lost you. Say that again, Dominic.
Oh, I said I'm just thanking you for taking time out and being on here and getting the word out there of Heaviest Texas.
Thank you very, very much, man, for having me on. And when it comes out, let's chat again, man.
Oh, definitely.
I'd love to be back on, and you know me, man. I talk a lot, and I'll let you ask me some questions.
Ooh, sweet.
We can talk about the songs. We can talk about the band getting together, and then how all that stuff, and then bless your heart, man. I love you very much.
Love you too, man.
Talk to you, and I love your audience, and much love to everybody.
Okay, man.
Thank you so much for having me, brother.
You're welcome, and have a good evening there.
You too, my man.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
And there you have it, Marzi. just popping on here, like I said, just for a couple minutes here. Just wanted to just talk about what's going on with Heaviest Texas, and we did it. There we go. Thanks, Marzi, man. Appreciate it. Okay, man, we're going to get back in the mode here, and then we got something else planned for you. So don't go away. We'll be right back. Whoa, that scared me.
Thank you for using Magic Jack. Your yearly subscription has expired.
Oh, now you tell me. I didn't even know my phone was off.
Hello.
Hey, Butch, what's going on, man?
How are you, buddy?
Oh, pretty good. Just hanging in here. Just got back a couple hours ago, and we just got caught up in the show here. So, yeah, just wanted to touch base with you and just see what's going on.
Are we on the air right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm down here in Florida, in Orlando. I'm prepping up for my tour. It's going to be leaving in about another 10 days. I start off in Frisco, Texas, with the Munsters Pinball Reveal at the Texas Pinball Festival. They're going to put me with my cars, and Pat Priestley make their final appearance as a Munster out on the road, and they're going to surround us with 22 of these new Munster pinball machines. So it should be exciting.
Yeah. So what other big cities is that taking you to?
Where am I going?
Yeah.
Oh, God, you need to go to Munsters.com and check my schedule. But off the top of my head, we do that, then we go to East Coast to a horror convention in New Jersey. Then we come back to John Schneider's Bose Extravaganza with Kid Rock in Louisiana for his birthday. And then we go to Oklahoma. And then we go to the next. And there's about 17 stops right now in place, and we're putting together another 15 baseball stadiums and 3 or 4 more drag strips. So the easiest thing to do is just go to Munsters.com and look at my schedule.
Nice. How does it feel, man, after all these years, staying relevant and out there in people's minds? How's that make you feel?
Well, it's an interesting dynamic. It really is. Mm-hmm. It feels good. In a one-word answer, it feels great.
Yeah.
But it's people are so happy, and they like to think back to the past in the 60s, especially the pop culture decade for music and TV and movies and stuff. It's just happens to be a show from a period that everybody seems to embrace, and the fact that the cars and the hot rods I've got, and the show itself, and it falls into horror, sci-fi, comedy, memorabilia, tattoo conventions, and it's across the board with its various types of events you can go to.
Now, do you do this full time, or do you do something else other than?
No, my company, Munsters Events, is booked full time.
Oh, nice.
We work hand in hand with. Like the Comic-Con, the Wizard World thing is really one of my smaller deals that I do. Most of the time, it's racetracks, indie racing league, NASCAR, drag strips, festivals for cities themselves. Halloween, obviously, we go around the country and do haunted attractions at various theme parks. And in between, I do a lot of automotive dealers and events and car shows.
Nice. That sounds more interesting than just sitting around at a table doing autographs and stuff, man.
Well, it is, and the thing is, most of the time I can't bring my cars to autograph shows anyway because I require a 30 by 30 foot spot, and they would rather have 12 celebrities there in the space that I require. And I mean the Comic Cons are great. I mean, I did them for years, and they actually really financed me getting into the automotive thing. So I don't have any ill will towards them, but I'm more of a kid, and I prefer doing the on the ground, cross country, stopping at smaller venues and dealing with more local people as opposed to coming into the major, giant arenas.
Gotcha. I got a question here that somebody posed to me a little earlier today. They were asking, of all the people that you've met over the years, who's the one person that really made you become a fanboy out, and you got you real excited to meet?
Well, there's a few of them, but mainly as a kid, I was lucky enough to meet Walt Disney, but I was a kid, and I didn't really probably achieve the status that I would have liked to have. As a teenager, I met Rob Serling, and Twilight Zone was my favorite show. But literally, about 20 years ago, I did a couple commercials for Little Caesars with Evel Knievel and Jimmy Walker, and Evel Knievel definitely was larger than life for me. But recently, a couple of years ago, I had a chance to meet Mario Andretti, and Mario is larger than life to me. So most of the people that I find to be super bigger than life are of the automotive, motorcycle, or car-related nature.
Gotcha. Now, do you have any the cars you get? Do you get them and you refurbish them, or do you have any that are custom designed for you?
No, right now the only thing I got right now is just my Munchie Glitch, my Dragula, the trailer, the truck that I drag him around with. But I am building an escape room, and I'm building another Dragula. So what I'm going to do in 2020, I'm going to forego both cars and downsize to the 22-foot trailer with a Munster-themed escape room that will also house the Dragula for transportation. When I get to my destination, the Dragula comes out, and the trailer becomes a walk-through escape room. And I'm probably going to get rid of my truck and get a motorhome to put in front of it, so I'll just be totally self-contained.
Gotcha. That. Let's hear just a couple more things and let you get going, because I know you got a lot of things going on over there.
Thank you.
Once again, how can people get a hold of you? Put a big book out a couple years ago, didn't you?
Yeah, the 50th anniversary, September 24th of 14, came out. It's called the Munsters Memory Book. It's still available in paperback. The hardcover was only 100 of those were printed for collectors, and it sold out immediately. But we've been moving along nicely with the paperback version, just as nice, a little smaller, a little less expensive. My house in Missouri that I bought 3 years ago, which was haunted, I had it up for sale, and yesterday, as a matter of fact, a network called, and they want to possibly entertain the idea of doing a TV show out of it, so I may hold on to it a little bit longer. And do that. And we're also working on another project with the gentleman that used to produce Super Scary Saturday for Al Lewis out of PBS in the 80s.
Oh, wow.
Wants to do a live stream horror host situation with me, Eddie's Monstrous Movie Mausoleum. Be fun, subscription, $10 a year type of thing, but we'll be having a lot of fun with it. And the guy's very talented, and he did a wonderful job with Al Lewis, so I know I'm in good hands, and we think alike, and we have a lot of fun with it. So there's a lot of stuff going on.
Gotcha. Okay, Butch. Hey, man. Like I said, I just want to touch base with you tonight, and because it's been a while, man, talking with you, and I just wanted to keep the word out there, and also keep the websites out there, just to draw traffic back over there to you and help you out as well.
Oh yeah, Munsters.com, and that'll lead you to my Facebook pages, which is the official Munsters fan group, and personal pages as well. But Munsters.com will get you everywhere you need to go.
Okay, man. Hey, Butch, I thank you again for being on here for a little bit. And like I said, just keep in touch, man.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
Okay, have a good one.
Bye.
Bye. There you go, man. That was Butch Patrick. You remember him from the Munsters. That was Eddie Munster. So, yeah, man, I wanted to see him today. I was looking forward to it. That was one of my main reasons why I was going to the Wizard World Con, because they had him on the list that he was going to be there. And when I was there and I didn't see his picture anywhere, I was like, I got to text him, man. where you at, man? And so that's why we connected tonight. So, yeah, thank you again for everybody for tuning in to this week's edition of the Maximum Threshold Radio Show. We are still alive. Let's see, we had interviews tonight so far with Will O'Shire, the author. We had a live call-in with Marzi Montazeri. We just had Butch Patrick on the show. I'm going to play a couple more songs, and then I got this last interview that I thought was really good with Matthew Wolf, another author from the Wizard World Con. And then we're going to get out of here, man. But this was a great show so far, right? It had you agree with me? We had nice content. We have some good music. We played music tonight so far from I forgot who we started off with. I always forget that. Then we played we played Spirits of Fire. And that is, of course, with Tim Ripper Owens and Chris Caffrey and a couple other good dudes. And then we went to Heaviest Texas. And once we played Heaviest Texas, we got on the phone with Marzi. We got him on here for a few minutes. And then started playing a little bit of Brick by Brick. And that's when I called Butch Patrick up. And we had him on the phone here. And that's where we're at. So if you guys missed something, you missed a good chunk over the last hour, and you may want to download this one to get caught up, because this was a pretty good show so far. But that's where we're at right now. And if you're trying to call in the show, you ain't gonna get through, because I guess I didn't pay my phone bill for the studio. Hey, shoot me a text message and I'll call you from my phone. How's that? You can always text message the show at 440-252-0058. Once again, it's 440-252-0058. Once again, it's 440-252-0058. Text message the show. You can leave a voicemail on there and I'll play that shit on here. But if you're going to do that, you're going to call and leave a message, text me that you just left me a message, because I get so much spam on that number, man. It's unbelievable. Seriously, get about 50, this is no lie, at least 50 messages a day on there. And I'm just swiping left, delete. So maybe I got some good calls in there, but I still delete. Like I said, text me on that number first. Say, hey, I'm about to call, and leave a message, and that's cool, because I don't pick up on that one there. Those are all voicemails, so everything rolls over voicemail. So you guys can leave love messages, hate messages, band recommendations, concerts coming up, whatever you want to do. So there you go. You could do that. Let's get back in the mode here. I got to turn my mic down. I think I'm really freaking loud. I'm looking at where my levels are, and my levels are like way the hell up there. Check 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I don't want to be peaking that much. I'm too old to be peaking. My time I peak is turtle head. So okay, well, if you guys are listening to us live, you get to hear all this music that I'm about to throw at you. If you're not listening to us live, you listen to us on a pre-recorded, you're not going to be able to hear some of this really cool stuff that we got lined up that we're about to throw at you. So, yeah. Okay, I'll be back in a little bit. Don't go nowhere, good people. There you go, man. Some new overkill for you. If you guys were listening to us live, you get to hear the whole song. If you just tuned in, you heard the last second. And this Saturday night, don't forget that it's Devo savings time. Go forward, move ahead 1 hour. Just want to throw it out there. Don't forget to turn your clocks back. Wait, go forward. Move them ahead. That's right. Don't go back. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Oh, man, did you guys listen to the show last week? We had a Woven Man on. That was a pretty cool show. Really digging that one, man. we called overseas on that one. I just got I just got turned on to their music, and I was like, dude, I got to really look into this band. And we got them on the show that same day. How's that? It's pretty good. I also did a CD review of it earlier. So I was really pumped up. And so, let's see. Since these guys said it's okay, we'll play some more of their music. Some Woven Man. Woven. Woven. Man. M-A-N. Check them out on Facebook. I don't think they're on Twitter or anything else. I know they're on Bandcamp. But these guys are out of over there in up there in I don't know. They're up there. They're there by England and Scotland and Ireland and stuff like that. They're up in that neck of the woods. He said that Merlin lived in his neighborhood. That's where he was from. So, and I asked some stuff about Robin Hood and shit, and also if he took part in church burnings and stuff. Even though I knew they weren't from Norway. Here you go, man. Here's some Woven Man. If you guys like COC, you guys will dig this. So here you go, man. Check out some Woven Man, Woven Man, Woven Man.
Have a smartphone, iPod, iPad, or even Roku? Grab the app, tune in, and search Maximum Threshold and hear the show live directly from your device.
Hi, this is Angela Rock, and you're listening to Maximum Threshold Radio.
There you go, man. Guys, listen to us live. We got to hear that brand new King Diamond. That was live. That was Come to the Sabbath here on Maximum Threshold Radio. I got this last interview. Like I said, then we're getting out of here. I got the interview here with Matthew Wolf, author extraordinaire. So here you go, man. Check this out. I'll be right back after this. And then we're going to get out. We're going to make like a tree and leave. This is Dominic of Maximum Threshold Radio, and I have before me
Matthew Wolf, author of the Ronin Saga.
Great, man. How you doing?
I am doing great. Thanks for being here.
I got up here to chance to check out this Wizard World Con, and I came across your books over here, and I just want to touch base with you and just turn people on, or listeners on to your book, and just get the word out there.
Gladly, yeah, I can tell you all about it. So it's an epic or high fantasy. If you're a fan of, obviously, Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter, any of that stuff, it's definitely up your alley. It has meets kind of Knights of the Round Table.
Okay.
Yeah. So the heart of the story is really about the main character, Gray, Ava, and Darius, kind of this Harry Potter trio.
Okay.
And the whole life they've heard about the legends called the Ronin. That's why it's named the Ronin Saga. The Ronin of wind and water and fire, even Ronin of flesh and metal. They were kind of these great elemental legends that everyone were looked up to in the day and age.
Nice.
Right? But now they're just these bard's tales. These minstrels sing about them. Mothers tell their children to go to bed, otherwise the Ronin will get them. But as his shadow falls on the land, these 9 legends are thought to be back, finishing what they started, destroying the world. Gray has heard the stories, he's been in the inns. He doesn't think the Ronin are evil, but he finds out that they're, when he walks outside this inn, he runs into them, sees the Ronin of fire, step out of the mist and shadow, and so forth, finds out they're real, and he is the next generation of them.
No, it's nice irony.
Yeah, right? So it kind of takes twists. I like the story a lot because I've read a lot of fantasies that the hero's going to save the day.
Yeah.
And he has this kind of dark legacy he has to overcome. So he may still save the day, but he has to find out if his power is good or bad and then prove to the world. He needs a really good PR agent or something like that.
It's almost like the new Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, it's like Luke Skywalker, but everyone thinks instead of being, he has the potential to be good, everyone thinks he's just destined to be Darth Vader no matter what. Yeah. So that's kind of the heart of the story. And so now, but he thinks, and the cool thing is now it'd be like Luke trying to find other Lukes, Now he has to go find the Ronin of fire and the Ronin of water and stone. And the whole premise of the book is kind of finding these young heroes in these grand settings. So going to the City of Fire, fire incantations lighting up the night sky, City of Water, with these kind of waterfalls raining from these heavenly clouds, these kind of epic settings to find next to their kin.
When you were coming up with the idea for this, were you picturing this as a movie in your head?
Yeah, I mean the whole thing.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
First book was very, it was very much this, cinema in my head. But as it went on, then the characters kind of took the life of their own. I still very much see every scene visually, but the characters kind of became the heart of the story, and where they're going is where I follow.
Who is your writing style after?
Good question. I would say it's kind of a blend of things. I would like to say that it's the world building everyone would like to say of, some of these grand people like Brandon Sanderson or Wheel of Time or anything like that, but with a little bit more the action of kind of Brent Weeks, but a little bit more like kind of quicker pacing.
Okay.
So I'd say if anything though, it'd probably be kind of like a Sanderson kind of thing as far as quick writing, action, like you get into the heart of the detail, but grand story.
So you don't pull out a lot of the details, so you just do an overview of them?
Yeah, I don't go into specific, I won't talk about tree for 5 pages, but you will, everything is its own flora and fauna, it's its own world entirely, so everything you will kind of slowly unveil, the magic system won't be just info dumped on you, but you'll understand it as
Gotcha.
it's going on. So,
Any word talking about turning this into a comic book or in sort of a movie or something?
I would love to see. I was in talks with some TV stuff, and that would be amazing. I would love it to be a movie. I would love it to be both.
Yeah.
But I can see as a because it's going to be a 9-book saga, that it would just fit really well into a TV series. So that would be amazing. Or a comic book would be super cool. So anything that it kind of adapts to. But I just want it to be done. You know, so many movies are really done well, and so many movies are done not so well. So I'd be bummed if it gave its first run at it was, you know, kind of mediocre. But if it was on the live screen, I would be bonkers.
Gotcha. Yeah. How long did it take you to write one of these books?
First one took 8 years, so it took me a while. Second one took 8 years. No, that'd be crazy. I'd be like 82. But the second one took me 6 months. I could write 8 hours a day nonstop. And then the third one took me about 2 years.
Oh, wow.
So it's been about a year and a half, roughly, for every book. So I'm quicker than definitely some of my other colleagues, like Martin and all that. But each one's going to be kind of, book 4 is about halfway done. So a lot of people are kind of hounding for that one right now. So
Do you do this full time, or is this just for fun?
Full time.
Does it really?
Well, both answer, I guess. But yeah, full time. Yeah, once book 1 came out and I could do it, it started doing well, reached top 5 on fantasy.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah, then I just started doing it nonstop.
Nice.
So, yeah.
So what's the plan after this book is done?
Oof, I don't know. Well, I got 6 more, or 5 more? Yeah, 5 more after
Is
that.
it a publishing deal?
Yes.
Can't do it?
Yeah, that's the hope. So I got 4. I want to do some short stories and things on that kind of deviate off from it. Everyone's like, is there another series in mind? Totally. I would love to write another series. Right now, though, I'm like, as long as the kind of gas is in the tank for this one, I'm ready. But I'm loving the story and the characters to see where they're going. So book 4, then book 5, and then kind of maybe I'll do a side project or something.
Gotcha. How can people get a hold of your book?
They can't. They just have to find me. No, it's on Amazon. It's in Barnes & Nobles, things like that. The best way is either Amazon, so Amazon.com, Ronin Saga, Knife's Edge, type anything like that, you'll find it. Big Dragon's pretty much the giveaway. Or RoninSaga.com, RoninSaga.com, and you can get signed copies on there. Because a lot of people get the first book and they're like, yeah, awesome, where's the rest of the signed books? And I'm like, you can't. So now you can get them on the website.
Yeah, gotcha. Can you do us a quick favor?
Yeah, gladly.
Can you do a promo ID for a radio show? Just say your name, the book that you're promoting or whatever, and say you're listening to Maximum Threshold, and throw something crazy out at the end of it, and don't put no thought into it.
Okay, cool. I was Matthew Wolf. This is the Ronin Saga, and you're listening to Maximum Threshold. Woo!
Perfect. Cool.
This is Kayla Perkins, and I'm listening to Maximum Threshold magazine, and I was recently in Country Strong with Tim McGraw.
Hello, this is Barney from Napalm Death, singer, some would say, and you're listening to Maximum Threshold Radio.
Hi, this is Adrian Vandenberg, all the way from Holland, and you're listening to Maximum Threshold. Keep rocking, guys.
You just listened to Maximum Threshold Radio Show. Airs live every Saturday night, 8 p.m. until whenever the fuck they shut up. So tune in.
It is pointless to resist.